on the Pantless podcast. Maybe taking an episode
Like
off, we will stop sucking.
this is Facepalm. If they are his pants, we'd like to see him on the show.
It's Big Pants trying to take us down.
Welcome back to the Pantless podcast.
Hey guys,
This is
how you doing?
my guy Austin here. I'm
Hey,
Travis. Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
Episode 2 of Season 2.
That's right. We've been going
Symbol.
strong, and I know all
Yeah,
of you people
two
that were
straight
paying
episodes.
attention. And I don't know if you saw, but we got our Spotify playlist, the Pantless
Heck yeah.
playlist, and the goal.
Yeah,
It's linked in our description. You can listen to it, and we're gonna, whenever we talk about a band, we're gonna find a song from that band, throw it in the playlist, and that way we can just, relive the music together. It's fun.
yeah, I've got one. I've got one that I started listening to this afternoon for
Exciting.
all day at work. While on break, of course, because
Of course, yeah,
that's the only time I
yeah.
love listening. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't listen to music while you're working. That's not safe.
Now, I will admit, going back to last week's, you added a Metal Church song to it called Metal Church.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's exactly one of their better songs. I'm not sure which one that one is.
Yeah.
I listen to their random stuff. So
I don't know any Metal Church at all, and it was like their most popular song, I guess. I don't know if
That's
it's their
fair.
best song, but it was the top
I
of the
don't-
list.
I don't use Spotify. I use Amazon Prime Music, so I don't know what Spotify runs. But welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah.
We got a little sidetracked there.
Yeah.
Off our intro here. Episode 2, of course.
This is episode 12 overall.
If you'd like to come find us on Twitter at the Pantless Pod 1, and then all the other places that guy uses. I don't know all the. I only follow
Yeah.
the Twitter.
Yeah, we're on the Twitter. You can email us, pantlesspodcast@gmail.com. Obviously, we're on
haven't checked that in a
YouTube. We're on any podcatcher that you got. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I think we're on all of them. So we're pretty easy to find. Just look us up. And now we've got a Spotify playlist that you can find on Spotify in addition to our podcast.
Yeah,
So
we'll work on getting that
It'll-
updated date or
Yeah.
weekly.
it
So,
almost makes me want to get a premium podcast because I was listening to Spotify and man, those ads are killer. I forgot how spoiled I was. Like I don't listen to the radio, and then I was just listening to Spotify, and there's so many ads.
I used to pay for Spotify, and then I let it go and stop paying for it, and then it's like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. And I started using Amazon Music through Prime, which it doesn't cost anything extra.
Right.
You don't get every song. There's a lot of songs that are on Amazon Unlimited, and you have to pay an extra $8 a month for that on top of Prime to get everything. But still, I mean, I'd say about 70% of your probably favorite bands are going to be on Prime.
Yeah.
At least like 1 to 2 out. If an out. Let's see, who was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at Queens of the Stone Age. I was going to listen to some of their stuff.
Mhm.
And you familiar?
Yes.
Okay. So I was Turning on a Screw is my favorite album from them. No, Era Vulgaris. Turning on a Screw is one of my favorite songs off that album.
I don't know that
Era
song.
Vulgaris. That's the only album of theirs that I really listen to, but of course it's on Unlimited, so I can't listen to it on Amazon.
Gotcha.
And then Coheed and Cambria, I was going to listen to them.
Ooh, yeah.
Their best album, Good Apollo number 4.
Absolutely agreed.
That greatest album. It's on Unlimited, so I can't listen to it either.
You're like, awesome album, can't listen to it.
Like-
But here's another band with an awesome album, can't listen to it.
Yeah. Like 2 of my favorite albums, they would rank in my top 5 albums of all time. Those 2 that I mentioned,
Yeah.
can't listen to them.
Yeah.
I have to pay for them. My God. Don't make me go
Yeah.
back to Spotify with frickin' ads.
Right. Yeah, we're spoiled. We don't want to pay for stuff. Remember back in the day when people weren't getting arrested for Napster, and we were just getting free
Dude.
music thrown at us, like everything we want for free. And then people started like getting raided by the feds, and we're like, okay, we'll pay $1
So
for this song, and then it's like now we can stream it, but we have to listen to 30-second
I don't know
ads
what you're
between songs.
I don't know what you're talking about, but when Napster got shut down but stopped being free, all me and my buddies moved to LimeWire.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Which
Dude, I
it's
downloaded so much music off of LimeWire.
yeah.
I had for the
LimeWire
longest
was
time I had
better because you got movies too. I remember I downloaded X-Men 2, I think. It took like 3 days
yeah.
to download. And then when I finally pushed play, it was in Spanish. And I was like, no!
Well, how LimeWire stayed up for so long was it was a file sharing site.
Right.
It wasn't you go and download, copyrighted music illegally. It was, well, they didn't call themselves a music site. That's why they had movies, books, and all sorts of stuff because they were a file share.
Yeah.
If if you had any kind of file you wanted to share on your computer, music, you could post it up on the website and people could download it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things is, in order to use it, you had to put files up. It was kind of a give and take. If you didn't have something to put up, you couldn't download.
Yeah.
So I just throw up some random something that nobody would want, and then just download just millions of songs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Off of the Votech computers.
Right.
Near the end of my second year of Votech, they're like, we have to remove everything that's not work school related off of these computers. So if you have music downloaded, remove them now. Here are CDs to start burning things.
Oh,
We're
that is
like,
awesome. Oh, my gosh. That is amazing.
yeah. So we started popping CDs and burning everything that we had illegally downloaded or shared
Yeah,
to
everything
these
you shared.
computers.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
Wow. That's crazy.
So
That is really cool. I remember buying those towers of CDs, being like, I got to get these because before CD players couldn't play files. They had to you had to write the CD like it was music. So you get like 12, but then they started making the CD player smarter, and they could actually play the files. So then you could throw 100 songs on a CD and play it. And you're like,
I had a aftermarket stereo in my car at the time that would play MP3s.
nice, nice.
So I could pop that disc in and just hit random, and it just randomized like over 100 songs that was on that disc.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, how have you been doing? Let's get into that segment. We'll get a yeah. How you been doing?
I've been great, man. It's a good week. Good week. I feel good. Feel strong. How have you been?
I've been doing good. Doing all right.
Yeah.
Man, breaking news. Do you know who Christopher Plummer is?
No.
No?
No, I don't know who that is.
He died earlier today.
Who is he?
The Canadian actor known for roles in Sound of Music and more recently Knives Out has died. Died of age of 91. He looks
Ooh,
familiar. I've seen him in a couple
old.
movies.
Yeah,
91. I don't know. I just pulled up
I-
Twitter.
I'm sure he's been in a lot of stuff. Being a 91-year-old man from The Sound of Music, he's probably had many,
Well,
many roles.
Knives Out's a fairly newer movie, and then Sound of Music. Gosh, that's ancient,
Yeah.
classic.
How crazy.
So that's the thing.
Maybe that's what we should review today. We should review in honor of Mr.
No, we should.
Pummel. Chris Pummel. Is that what she said?
Christopher Plummer.
Plummer.
You were close.
In honor of Christopher
You
Plummer,
were close.
we will retro movie review The Sound of Music. I like it.
Yeah, we'll get that going. So
how's
you
the
want to jump
fantasy
into
world going?
Oh man,
I see.
you dressing up as weird stuff.
Yeah. Sports. I'm talking about fantasy
Oh, you're talking about
sports.
sports.
Yeah,
Sports.
yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our fans come to us because they want the latest tips on fantasy basketball and fantasy hockey.
I thought they,
Players to
were
pick
here to
up,
steal.
who
I
to.
thought they were here to steal our jokes, so
Yeah.
that's why I figured I'd give them a zinger there.
Oh goodness.
So, yeah, fantasy basketball has. I've thought about quitting this league a couple times this week.
Yeah.
It's not been a good week for me.
Yeah. You've had some people catching up to you, Mister Top Scorer in the league. There's some people nipping on your
I am.
heels.
I there is only one person scoring less points than me, and he's the second highest scoring team in the league.
That makes me happy.
It's like,
That's what I need. I need people to have bad
but
weeks.
but you want to know the craziest thing? I'm scoring a season low, but I had a player on my team score the most points I've ever seen a fantasy basketball player score. Let me find him real quick.
Yeah, I heard about that. They said, didn't he have over 100?
Van Fleet, yeah, Fred Van Fleet.
What were
A
his
guy that I got
stats? I want to hear these stats. That's crazy.
back on the second, he scored 105
That's crazy.
fantasy points. 54 points, 3
Oh
rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks.
man, he must have been really efficient or something. Hit a lot of three
Just
pointers.
absolutely destroyed Orlando. They were playing Orlando that week, that night.
How many three
The
pointers did
dude
he
is
have? That's what I want to know.
um
Because he had to have a
see,
bunch. Because he didn't have very many, like other than points, he didn't really have a lot of outside stats that he could really
let
rely
me see
on.
if I can go. There it is. So, he made 11 threes.
Oh, yeah. So that's what it was. He was fire.
And he was free throws, he was 9 for 9, and he was 17 of 23 field goals.
Yeah,
So
that
he just.
explains it. He was lights out that night. Couldn't
And
miss.
here's the deal. That night he scored 105. Jeremiah Grant scored 50, and I was still outscored by like 30 points that night.
Everybody
So
was.
so day one of this week I was outscored 220 to 194. Second day I was outscored 221 to 220. He got me by a point. Second day was 294 to 284. Then 106 to 91. And today was the first day I outscored him 168 to 103.
All right. Look at you.
So this has been a close. He's had me by like 20, 30 points the entire week.
Yeah.
And I can't get over that hump of scoring. I've never seen a week where one person outscores the other every single day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
Like
rare.
he has been on point. Is he actually like fully playing now?
Who are you playing this week?
Dylan.
Dylan. Okay.
Parts unknown.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he.
I think all of them have like really started figuring it out.
Yeah, you can't be not paying attention every day and be doing this to me, who's top scoring. And I'm like, we got 2 nights left, and I haven't even broke 1,000.
Yeah.
It's weird, and and I can't go to free agencies. Not helpful because nobody in free agencies scoring over 22 points a game.
Yeah.
I got 2 guys hurt. One that's on IR, and the other I just have to put on the bench because I'm not dropping him because he's one of my highest scoring players. But he's out for 1 to 2 weeks.
Maybe you need to look to trade David. He likes making those risky moves,
I don't.
planning for the future.
A new boy, whatever his name is, I can't pronounce his name. OG Anubu
Yeah. I don't know.
plays for the Raptors. He's just absolutely one of my top scorers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's out, and then Marcus Smart, who was my top, he's averaging 32 too now. He was averaging almost 40, but he's out for another 1 to 2 weeks. strained left calf.
So this is like the league's way of nerfing you and giving everybody a chance to catch up to you in record and in points.
It's weird
We're
because
going to start seeing some balancing.
I beat Sean last week, giving him his first loss, and now he's going to get his second loss to you.
Yeah.
Because he's having a week like I am, where he's having a better week than I am in a loss. He's having a week like I did against David, where he's having a good week, but his opponent's having a better week.
Yeah.
Because you're not having you almost scored 400 points back on the third, but then the next day you only posted 91. John's got the highest. He's got looking at the top scoring players for the week. I don't even know this
What do you mean
guy.
the top scoring players? How? If you've got
Giannis has 171 points this week.
Oh, you're talking about people like total points. Okay.
Van Fleet's only scored 135 this week, and he did a 105 in one game. Because he followed his 105 up with a 30 pointer, and he's only played twice this week.
Yeah.
But he did. If I win by 100 points, the trade was worth it.
Right. Exactly.
So
we'll see.
But I saw Parts Unknown. He's running a player he's got Tim Hardaway, who I think everybody in the league has had him this season.
He's the league doorknob.
Oh yeah.
Hardaway.
Because I know. See here, Mark had him, I had him, and now yeah. So you haven't picked him up, and some of the other guys haven't, but yeah,
he's been around.
I got him off waivers. Because I was like, oh, he looked like he might be pretty good, and then I think he scored like barely 20 points in 2 games for me.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Durant only scored 24 points tonight.
Well, that helps a lot.
Chris Paul only got 21. Durant got 21. Paul George hasn't played yet.
Paul George is hurt. He might not play at all. So
he's marked day to day.
So you might get lucky with that one. So I know
I was starting to fret there for a minute because I'm like, oh crap, I know he scored a ton of points.
Yeah, he's a big scorer. So, but I don't know. Who knows? He might play tonight. I think he hurt his knee or something.
Have you noticed lately? I don't know if basketball's slowing down, but I'll have there'll be a day where nobody plays.
Oh yeah.
Like nobody. And I'll have one, maybe 2 guys that play that night, and there's 1 game on, I guess.
I don't know.
So I don't know. This is an interesting week.
Hockey's doing the same thing. It's stressing me out. It's
hockey. I don't even get me on hockey.
Why are they? I don't know if they take off weeks or off days or what, but it's crazy. You can't even
tonight. I have 2 players and 1 goalie playing tonight.
Yeah, I think I've had back to one day I had I think nobody, and then the next day I had a goalie playing, and then my goalie scored negative points, and I was like, yeah.
And then the next day you have too many players that you can't even start everyone.
Yeah. And
then the goalie.
I've got a goalie. I've actually got 2 goalies that play for Boston, and one of the goalies that I have is one that I picked up pretty early in the draft, who was supposed to be one of the top goalies. He's on ESPN's Do Not Drop list, but he's averaging maybe less than a point a game. And then the backup goalie, the other guy I have, is averaging 4 or 5 points a game. But he's expendable apparently. So ESPN has dubbed the other goalie the better goalie, and it's like, no right owner would want to drop this guy. He's too good. I'm like, he's not scoring me anything. He's hurting my team, and I can't get rid of him. So I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. My star goalie is finally starting to. I guess he's starting to catch his stride in the league. He's 99.9% rostered, averaging 4.2, but he's giving me 7.4 tonight.
Nice.
In a 3-1 win.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. I love it when I start a goalie and he gives me like -5. Like, thanks, goalie. I started you over somebody. Like, you have one goalie, you have like 3 goalies playing that night.
Yeah.
And you pick the one goalie that averages more. And he gets you like a -5, and the one that you benched gets you like a 0.5, and you're like, well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm losing. I'm losing in hockey tonight. 70.2 to 68.8.
Whoa, who are you playing? Sauce?
Playing for Sauce.
Yeah, he's doing decent. He's doing decent. We're gonna have another
He's
one of our teams that hasn't won a game is gonna win a game this week. Because
because you got the two
and
goose
Aces,
eggs,
yeah, they're playing each other.
which Frazier is destroying the Aces.
Yeah,
he's getting that win. I don't see her coming back.
Yeah, I saw that she's had a player in her starting lineup that doesn't even play in the league anymore. He actually got transferred to the AHL, and he's playing in the AHL now. And she's just had him in her starting lineup. I can't remember his name, but I told her, I was like, you've got a guy that doesn't even play in the league starting for you.
Will it say?
Well, like he didn't even have a picture in her roster. It was just like a silhouette, and so I clicked on his name to be like, well, who is this guy? Why is he a silhouette? And it was like, oh yeah, he was transferred to the AHL. I was like, oh my gosh, this is I don't even know how long ago. I don't know if she's changed. She might have updated her.
Andrei Cheshirpishipov?
Probably. That sounds about right.
It just says there's no recent news for this guy. He's literally done nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just gone.
Wow. She's losing 73.6 to 48.7.
Ooh. Unless she's got like massive goalie action coming up the next 2 days. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna make it. That'll be too much. She needs goalie help, and she needs him to have some goalie fails.
Well, she's got a player hurt. She's got 2 players on her starting roster that are out. Yeah, it doesn't look like she's playing.
Yeah.
Sadly, sad to say. It's like Chansey's going down to you this week.
She's uncomfortably close. Well, I haven't checked
tonight,
but it was like within 10 points, and I'm like, what is she doing?
Oh, my best player, I have to sit on HIR right now, and he is not making me happy. Ooh, he's back to healthy.
Uh-oh.
He played the last 2 days.
There you go.
Crap.
You haven't even played him.
Well, I'm adjusting that.
Look at you. You're not even focusing. Focus. Your brain's on basketball.
So the deal with this guy is he was unhappy where he was playing and demanded a trade. He was kind of hurt, but he also demanded a trade.
Yeah.
And in the COVID rules, because he got traded to Ohio, which I didn't even know Ohio had a hockey team. The Columbus somethings.
Blue Jackets.
Columbus. Blue Jackets, correct. Well, when he got traded, because he moved states, he had to be quarantined for 14 days. So he had to self-quarantine for 14 days in Ohio before he could even start practicing. So 2 weeks he was out.
We'll see. I'm hoping hockey starts ramping up
I
in
gotta.
its games or something. There's just too many. There's too many gaps in playing. I don't like it. It's frustrating. I'm like I need to have like 4 guys playing at a time or something. 2 guys
Well,
even.
that I've got a guy that's out. That's their next 4 games are uh, postponed due to COVID reasons.
Mm, that's crazy.
So
Daggum COVID's making my fantasy less fantasyable.
this goalie that's out because of games being postponed, he averages 5.2 a game. So if you're listening or watching this, we have no idea what we're talking about when it comes to fantasy sports.
Yeah. Don't come to us for advice. But there is something coming up that we know a little bit more about. I It's like something's going on this weekend. Something.
What?
Um,
Well, tell me what's going on this weekend.
I'm trying to think. It's not. I think we're gonna be hanging out tomorrow.
Well, I know what the next noteworthy thing I can think of in sports is Tuesday.
What's happening
I
Tuesday?
can't think of anything going on this weekend. Well, NASCAR starts back up.
Already? Jeez,
Yeah, Tuesday.
That's crazy.
First race. So I'd have to pull it up to get the exact. Hold on, I don't feel like
It just recently ended. It wasn't even. It was like
ends.
2 months ago. It was.
The end of the season is in November, and then they start back up in February. They only have like a 2 or 3 month
That's
off season.
wild. That's wild.
Oh, but it's always been like that.
But here's the thing. So when this comes out, it'll be Monday. So if you're listening to this, a pretty big thing happened yesterday, and you guys,
The Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
they won the Super Bowl. Brady didn't get number 7. I know there's a lot of tears in Boston and in Tampa Bay, but sorry
Why would
guys.
anybody be crying? Why would anybody in Boston be crying?
Those people are still all about Brady. I don't know. They can't.
Nobody likes that guy.
Can't get over him.
What are you talking about?
So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to say congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for doing what you did. Patrick Mahomes, you deserve that back-to-back. I hope you win another one next year. Unless my Cowboys can make it, then I want them to win. But Mahomes, you got to.
Yeah, they're never making.
I know you're Patrick. I know you're watching this because you're high from last night's win. I want you to win another one because I don't think my boys are going to do it. Okay.
So for all you NASCAR fans out there,
there is no Jimmy Johnson.
No, he's in Formula One now, or IndyCar or Formula One. I can't remember.
Aren't IndyCars Formula One cars?
He's going to be running, I think, IndyCar next season. He's running a open wheel car part time next year. I want to say, yeah, don't quote me on that one. February 9th, which is Tuesday, is the Busch Clash at Daytona, which they're going to run the road course there. And then the 11th, which is Thursday, is the duels at Daytona. And then the 14th is the Daytona 500. And the NASCAR season fully kicks off. I'm huge. I'll watch every NASCAR race. Love it. I'm excited that I don't have to wait. Football ends. NASCAR starts back up. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Yeah. You're going to have a good time.
We probably won't talk about it much. We won't talk about it much on here unless we get some feedback and some comments about us.
What is everybody going to talk about? Be like, did you like how Jeff Gordon curved to the left a whole bunch last night? Oh, yeah. But, Kurt Busch, he also curved left pretty well. He almost curved left as good as Jeff Gordon. Yeah, but how does that paint job look?
You mentioned at least one driver that's still running. Gordon's retired, so we're not going to get into that.
I know some NASCAR peeps, so I know a
Yeah.
little bit about NASCAR, about drivers. Um, I love to watch it live, but watching on TV is just like,
I'd, I'd love to go watch a race
hmm,
live, but yeah, there's only a few tracks that I'd be willing to go watch at the track.
why?
So, um, well, I wouldn't want to go. I will not go watch one at Daytona or Talladega or
Why?
Pocono. Too big. Track's too big. Can't see anything.
Okay.
You literally stand in the grandstands and you watch them go boom across the front stretch, and they dump down into turn one, turn two, then they disappear. That track's 2.5 miles
Oh my
around.
gosh, that's insane.
So you lose them behind the campers as
Right.
they're exiting turn two. The backstretch you visibly can't see from the grandstands.
Okay.
Uh, so for about, and it takes about a minute, minute and a half to get around the track. So they dump around there and you wait about a minute. Oh, here they are. And here they go and disappear again. I would like to go watch a race at the last great Coliseum, Bristol, in Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's a half-mile track,
Ooh,
high
okay.
bank, but it's very hard to get tickets there, especially now that they're limiting who all can go. So that's one I'd like to go watch, and I wouldn't mind going down to Texas Motor Speedway, just because it's close. Texas and Kansas are the closest two tracks to us.
And those are pretty similar in size, aren't they?
They're a mile and a half.
Both of them.
Yeah, they're almost identical, slightly different.
Yeah.
So let's get into the Super Bowl talk. I'll throw
Yeah.
you some numbers here.
All right. What you got, bro?
So Kansas City is favored by 3.
Only 3. Okay, that's interesting.
You got to give Brady. You got to give Brady something. Over unders 56. It looks like.
That's fair. I understand that one.
I don't. I don't see Super Bowls. Either one team hits 56 and the other barely scores 9, or they both barely clear 20. Super Bowls are weird.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Washington holds the record for the most points scored in a single quarter.
In a Super Bowl,
Looking at in the Super Bowl. Yep,
how many is that?
they scored 35 points in the second quarter against Denver, and I don't
Wow.
remember what Super Bowl. I don't remember what it was back in.
Yeah.
I want to say the 80s, early 80s. They
Where?
scored 42. They beat Denver that year 42-10 in the Super Bowl. Scored 35 points in the first half,
Wow.
and all 35 of those points were scored, I think, in the second quarter. So
Yeah. I think
crazy.
I just I don't know. The Bucks have had such good luck lately, but their time has to run out. You know, they can't keep getting lucky. They can't keep, you know, having the opposing offenses really outperform them and then somehow still squeak out with wins. I don't. That's so weird. But it'll end. It'll end. There's no way. There's no way that it's gonna
So
happen again.
so they beat Tampa Bay earlier in the season 27-24. If that means anything.
No, not really.
So they did meet earlier in the season.
Was Patrick
So
Mahomes playing then? That's what I want to know.
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I think he played all year, didn't he?
I don't think so. There was a game that he didn't play.
I don't think it was that one.
Okay.
I say Kansas City wins it.
Yeah.
I think the over under goes under. I'm not marking anything down.
Over
Uh,
under. Kansas City covers the spread. They'll win by more than 3. And
that's fair.
that's about
I
it.
do we even disagree on this one?
I don't think so, man. I
Yeah,
think we're locked. This.
that's rough.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be wrong and see. Here's my problem.
Don't be wrong.
I
Nobody wants to see Brady
I
win
like
another Super Bowl.
I don't want to see Brady win another Super Bowl, but I like Tampa Bay as a franchise.
Right.
I've been a fan of. I've been kind of a, 90% Washington, 10% Tampa kind of thing. I back in the early 2000s. I mean, back when John Lynch and Derek Brooks work done,
Yeah.
Mike Allstott, that.
Back when Tony Dungy was coaching.
No, to start, but yes, but when Gruden came in and won them that Super Bowl in 2001, 2002, the one Super Bowl that they've won, I was a huge fan. Okay, well, because my football team sucked.
Per the usual.
They had Washington hadn't been good. Like we're better now than we have been in the last, I'd say, 20 years. So it's been a rough, stretch for us football team fans. Got to find somebody to root for, and Tampa Bay was it in the early 2000s. So
yeah,
I'd be happy for the franchise if they beat Kansas City, but I'd rather. And I got to admit, Tom Brady is probably the best quarterback to ever play. But I just don't want to see him win another one.
Stop it. Drew Brees.
Go Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I don't think Brees is a Hall of Famer.
If you look at stats, if you just go by stats, Brees has Brady in basically every category except for playoff stuff.
Because I think Peyton Manning's a better quarterback than Brees.
He was more clutch. Peyton was clutch, but if you look at stats, I think if you look at stats, they're both top 5 in most stats. But I think Brees has Peyton in more categories.
But you got to look. Manning and Brady were more game managers, on the field coaches.
Right.
Where Brees is a gunslinger.
Right. And I think that's where Peyton thrived.
Yes.
Peyton, without the help of cheaters like Brady. Brady had basically the defense just spit in his ear. He's like, oh, here's what they're playing. We know because we stole their signs. Where Peyton had to do it legit. He studied tape, could see the...
Now, I'm again going to defend Brady. I don't think Brady was the cheater. I think Belichick is the cheater, and I hate that guy.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think the coaching staff in that team up in the Northeast, that guy, those people, I think they're the cheaters. I don't think Brady was doing a lot of now Deflategate. That's on Brady.
Yeah.
But I think that was a peer pressure from the coaches. I don't think left to his own devices he would have done that.
Yeah, we'll never.
Come at me.
But I'll never trust him. So
no.
If you get caught cheating twice, then you get caught cheating twice.
Happens.
Yep. Moving on. Yeah, I think that probably does it for our sports.
Yeah,
do we want to go ahead and review The Sound of Music?
I think we will.
All right, so it's time.
Did we decide that one?
Yeah, it's time. It's in honor of Plummer. The passing of Plummer, we will call it February 5th, 2021. In memoriam.
Retro movie review.
I bet it's probably got some pretty good reviews. It's a new month, so you should have some more Common Sense Media, right? You should have some. You got some more reviews on Common Sense Media.
Yeah, if you watched last week's episode, you'll get that one. God, that floored me when that happened. So, Metacritic for The Sound of Music, 1965.
All right.
Very nice. In color.
Ooh.
11 critics gave it a 63.
Oh, that's not great. Interesting.
That's not good.
I thought it was. I mean, I've never seen it, but I've always heard good things about it.
What are you telling me right now?
I have never
You're a
seen
horrible
The Sound
person.
of Music. I'm sorry.
You're a horrible person. 49 users gave it an 8.5.
Okay, so that's what it is. Nobody likes a critic.
Outstanding family film features glorious music. Educational value, 3 out of 5. In addition to the strong role models and positive ideals presented, this film is an introduction to the tensions that led up to World War II. It shows an idyllic Austrian city as the Germans took over and began to change the course of history. I don't English very well.
Yeah.
Ooh, this could be a first. Could be setting a first in the Pantless podcast history. Positive messages, 5 out of 5.
Whoa.
This movie is
graphic.
This movie is too good and too positive. Do not let your kids watch this movie. It's perfect. It'll set a false. I'm just messing with you. That's not what it says. It says positive message: find your place in life and live it to the fullest. Gentleness and warmth in combination with some discipline bring out the best in people, particularly children. Courage and sometimes difficult choices, even leaving your home and friends behind, are necessary to fight against an oppressive government.
Ooh,
and it's essential to find that courage and stand up for your beliefs.
Yeah. Why have I never seen this movie?
I'm not really sure, Austin.
Honey, start The Sound of Music. I'll be up in 30 minutes. All right.
He doesn't listen to you. Moving on. Positive role models and representations, another first. A 5 out of 5.
5.
Maria is virtuous, loving, brave, and honest. Her motives are pure, and she's an exemplary surrogate mother. Captain Von Trapp, a good man at heart, learned some valuable lessons about love and good parenting. The leading characters stand tall as they refuse to obey the orders of an occupying army and government that are evil. Characters demonstrate integrity, humility, and courage. Sorry, I went the cowardly lion there at the end. I kind of.
Oh, that was.
That's what was supposed to be in my head. It's like split moment. Maybe we need to just do retro movie review and just go completely off the rail.
Yeah.
And do nothing but like movies from the 60s or older.
Oh, man. We could try it. I'm down. You know, once
we have to
start going further back, it's. I mean, I've got some good movies up my sleeves right now. I'm thinking about so.
Wouldn't we have to change it to vintage movie review? Because we're no longer retro, moving into the vintage.
Right. I don't know. I mean,
so
vintage is retro, right? It's all.
I mean, retro is vintage, and it's all. I mean,
vintage is retro, but retro isn't necessarily vintage.
So. Got me. All
right. Go on. What else we have?
Push on.
Yeah.
Violence and scariness is going to give us a 1 out of 5. Soldiers confront the Von Trapp family as they prepare to leave Austria for the safety of Switzerland. After the family makes a daring escape, there are tense moments as the soldiers, with shadowy flashlights in the darkness, search the local abbey where they find where the family is hiding. One young Nazi sympathizer holds Captain Von Trapp at gunpoint.
Oh, snap. That's scary.
My son's into Godzilla right now, so that really isn't going to affect him at all. I don't know how that's
ready for Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute. We'll sidetrack on that. Sexy stuff, 1 out of 5.
Oh.
A teen couple embraces and dances together. There's a tender romantic scene as Maria and Captain Von Trapp kiss gently and reveal their love for one another.
Oh,
There you go, Austin.
oh,
Mwah.
nothing.
It's a small little one there. Give our YouTube audience something to give them a show.
How about drugs, drinking, and smoking?
No, we're gonna go language next, which
Oh,
is not
language.
present.
Okay, not present.
Which is not present, but there is some words here.
Okay.
Hail Hitler in
Oh.
several scenes.
Oh.
Understandable. This is a World War II movie,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Consumerism is not present and not even clickable.
All right.
So, drinking, drugs, and smoking. A 1 out of 5 because this was made in what I say the
60s. I think 65 is what you said.
65. So somebody at least was smoking a cigarette. Okay. Wine and champagne are served with restraint in a few social scenes. The Baroness smokes.
I bet it was
You gotta
one of those
look at
really
it.
long stemmed ones.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at it. Smoking was looked at differently back then than it is now.
Yeah. Yeah. Cancer
So,
hadn't been
yeah.
invented yet, so.
I can't say that, Austin. That's horrible.
I mean,
I
discovered.
I don't always agree and endorse with everything that this guy says. His views are his own. Sound of Music.
Yeah. It sounds like a movie I should
I watched
watch, so I think I'm gonna watch it. Thank
this
you,
movie-
Retro Music Movie Review.
I want to say I watched this movie a long time ago.
In 1964. Oh no, 65.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I watched it a year before it came out.
You were like part of the film crew.
Yeah. Yeah, a month before it came out, I illegally downloaded it on the internet.
Oh, all right, everyone. Let's start the rumor. Hashtag Travis is a time traveler. Let's get it going,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, this has Julie Andrews in it. Angelina Cartwright. Chairman Carr, Christopher Plummer, rest in peace.
Yep.
I don't know. Some of these other actors and actresses may have passed on recently because this is an older movie. But yeah, it's got Julie Andrews. It's got to be a good movie because it's got her in it.
All right.
Just a classy lady. So,
Fun.
Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah. You ready for it?
You excited for? Yeah, well, I am. I need to watch the other two. I need to watch the lead up movies. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really haven't watched. I've kind of watched at it. My son has a Godzilla pack that has, I think, the 2 newest Godzilla movies in it
Yeah.
that I need to watch.
Those are the only ones that matter.
But yeah,
None of the other earlier ones I don't think matter.
they all matter. There's not a single King Kong movie that's bad. So
I'm talking about in the chronology
Godzilla.
of this one. I think it's just the
I mean,
last 2 are like the part of this storyline. I don't think like
You're
Godzilla
not-
2000. I don't think has anything to do with this.
oh, with Matthew Broderick,
Yeah.
that's a good movie.
All those little
Man,
edits.
that has the the theme song, the opening, one of the main songs on the sound. I own that soundtrack.
Green Day's
When
Brain
it first
Stew.
came out. It was on there, and the Wallflowers wrote a song just for that movie called Heroes.
All right.
We're gonna be heroes or just heroes, with a fantastic music video that released right after the movie. Fantastic. You know who the Wallflowers are, right?
I've heard of the Wallflowers.
They have gosh dang it, I just lost the name of that song. They have their album One Headlight I think that's the name
Oh,
of the
did
album.
they sing that song? One Headlight?
One Headlight was one of their songs.
Okay, so yeah.
Yes, One Headlight was off this. I think I have it on my. Bringing down the Horse was the name of the album.
Okay.
One Headlight, Three Marlenas was a great song. The lead singer is Jacob Dylan, Bob Dylan's son.
All right.
He's Bob Dylan was his dad, and the Wallflowers was his band from they were all through the '90s and early 2000s. Last song I remember them. They have other albums, but that album and the song off the Godzilla soundtrack, that was one of my favorite songs.
I'll have to see if I find
that's
that because I probably heard it, but I just don't know it.
I'll pull it up. I'll see if I can find that song on
You might
on
get us
YouTube's.
canceled. You might get us canceled.
I'm not gonna play it.
We can't afford
I'm not gonna play.
we can't afford the copyright fees for that song, sir. It's not in our budget. I just went over the budget, and yeah, no, we don't have it. Sorry.
I remember that soundtrack for her Godzilla 2000 was really good. Had a lot of really good artists on it. That was back when. Do they even do soundtracks anymore?
Oh yeah.
Because I don't see soundtracks come out. Because I remember I had the first Transformer movie soundtrack was good. Godzilla 2000 was a good soundtrack. All right, we may have already talked about this before, but name the best movie soundtrack of all time.
Oh yeah, we have talked about this, and I am in agreement with you.
Tarzan.
Phil Collins.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
If anybody in the comments wants to post up a better one, we will argue to the death.
That would be fun to find out. I want to see best soundtrack. Like, what soundtrack had the most singles off of it? That would be really interesting.
I do know, because I didn't listen to a lot of soundtracks growing up. I just the ones that I had for movies that I liked. I know the first Transformer movie. It had a lot of the songs off its soundtrack were not made. They were like already existing songs that got performed for that movie.
Right.
So
you want some original stuff.
Yeah, because I know Linkin Park had a good song. They put one of their better songs on that soundtrack. What was on the Godzilla 2000 soundtrack? We might have to talk about this later. This is going to get lengthy if we keep this up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to tally up everybody that we've been talking about so I can throw them in our Spotify playlist.
So we've
already got 6 editions.
So we didn't even talk about the song that I sent you. We talked about it beforehand, but we hadn't talked about it since we started recording.
Oh yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of. I started listening to Weird Al Yankovic today.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just, for some reason in my head, I'm like, I need to listen to this guy. I haven't listened to him in years. And one of the songs that popped up randomly was the alternative polka. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
I tell you, my entire not childhood, my teen years came flashing back in polka form. It was fantastic. Austin here will put that song on our playlist.
Yep, I will.
Of course,
assuming
Spotify
has that on there.
They should. Amish Paradise came on before that song.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah. Amish Paradise is a great song. Fantastic song.
I will. Goatman story time here.
All right. Come on, children, gather round, gather round.
this will kind of show my age a little bit. When I was about 10 or 11, I remember having a TV in my bedroom, me and my brother's bedroom, and it barely got 2 channels. And one of the channels we would get is on if the sky was clear, channel 4 would have a channel come on from Oklahoma City. Now, I grew up in Oolaga, 3 hours away from Oklahoma City. We'd catch a channel from Oklahoma City that ran music videos.
Nice.
And you could call in to this channel, and for like 5 cents charged on your bill, you could request songs, and they had a long list. And that was the first time I ever heard Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Because the music video for Amish Paradise would play about once to twice an hour. And this was back this would have been before MTV really was starting to get. This would have been right about the time MTV was grabbing traction and music videos were actually watched more. I don't know if I've watched a new music video in a long time. But yeah, back when MTV played music videos, back when VHS played, no, not VHS,
VH1.
VH1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, back when TVs actually, certain days you could watch certain channels because it was all analog signals. But yeah, funny story.
Good times.
Now that our listeners are asleep, we can probably do outros.
Yeah. Well, guys, my name's Austin. I'll see you later next week.
Yeah, come find us on Twitter again, the Pantless Podcast at the Pantless Pod 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, email us pantlesspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
I think that's the email address.
It is.
Honestly, I couldn't tell.
And pantlesspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. Comment on this video. Tell us what you've been listening to.
Yeah. Yeah, and you want us to talk about your bands, all we have to do is bring up the artist. Let us know.
Yeah, if you've got Discord, you can join our Discord server. Austin here will probably put the link to the server in the description of this video.
Will do.
Yeah, he'll probably forget, but he'll also put his personal Twitter and my personal Twitter accounts, which I can't remember what they are.
Okay.
In the description. You were doing that at the beginning, but I don't know if you've done that the last couple episodes.
Okay. I
if you want to hit us up, I've been having some weird people following me that I've been having to block.
Ooh.
But I won't. Yeah, we can talk about
following
that later.
your personal or following the Pantless Podcast?
Personal. Yeah, I wouldn't block anybody on the on the channel one. We need followers. It's all about them numbers. It's all about them clicks.
But yeah, guys, follow us.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, next week. Who knows? We might start putting out stuff more often. We're trying to get a couple bonus episodes where we really dive into strictly fantasy sports, a specific fantasy sport, whether it be basketball or hockey, with a whole bunch of people with below average knowledge. But with all of our below average knowledge combined, you might get enough nuggets that you could win your league championship. We don't know. So, be on the lookout.
On that note, it's absolutely cold outside, but once it starts warming up, we plan on doing some Wednesday shenanigan videos where we're going to film ourselves doing something stupid and post those on Wednesdays. So, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
So,
but all right, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.